I am not historically a morning person, but there's stillness in the middle of the night that you don't get any other time of the day. The primary reason why I came back to the farm was probably to protect the family tradition. I never saw myself being a dairy farmer. It wasn't necessarily my dream. My name is Amy Marcoot, and I make cheese. I am the 7th generation of Marcoots to have Jersey cows. In our family history book, it says that they brought a Jersey calf on the boat with them. Dairy farming is a very rewarding lifestyle. You get to care for animals and know that you're part of feeding America. You're part of a bigger story. So that's why farmers do what they do. But dairy farming is difficult. You have to milk your cows twice a day, 12 hours apart, every single day. So they don't take Christmas vacation or summer breaks. My parents had 4 girls and told us all to go to college, not to stay on the farm. And so I left for 10 years. I got my undergraduate degree in education and my master's degree in counseling. And I lived in Turkey for a year. I wanted to experience just a different culture and a different way of life. And while I was there, my parents called to tell me that they were thinking about selling the farm. But to imagine this not being my home anymore, it really wasn't an option. My sisters and I started talking to my parents. My dad said, it's all right if y'all want to come back, but you really need to consider a different way. Most of the farms that are profitable today are going to have at least 500 cows or more. It was very easy to make the decision to not become a commercial dairy and do something value added. We drank milk growing up, but what we loved was cheese. So we decided to build a creamery, and we built a man-made underground cheese cave. Cheese making is a trade, and with any skill that you learn, you make a lot of mistakes. The learning curve was sharp, and we knew it had to be sharp if we were going to be successful. The most important thing that I've learned from my dad is to keep going, even whenever you feel like you want to quit. And I've seen that in him my whole life. And I'll say, Dad, I don't know how to make this work. I don't know what to do about this. And he always says, just keep going, hon. You'll figure it out. Fear is twofold. One, it can be dangerous, but one, it can be motivating. Sometimes fear is why I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We started in June 2010. We opened our little on-farm shop, and I went to Maplewood Market. What I remember most about that day was Kevin Willman from Farmhouse Restaurant. He was the first chef in St. Louis that bought our product. He really hadn't tasted it, and that's a little bit crazy. But Kevin is so passionate about local food. He said, if it's from Greenville, I'm buying it. I don't even care what it tastes like. Next week, I want you to bring me 5 pounds of this, 5 pounds of that. So we are forever thankful to Kevin and to the St. Louis community for helping us start this company. The following year, we rolled out our fresh mozzarella. We probably sell to 60 to 80 different restaurants, depending on the time of the year, in St. Louis alone. The beauty of the local food movement is that it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. More and more people become aware. They'll spend an extra $1 knowing that it was made here on this farm with our cows, where we controlled everything from start to finish, and we know exactly what went into the cow's milk, what didn't. We take care of them very well. Cheese begins with the cow, with having a really fantastic quality of milk. The Jersey cow actually leaves the smallest carbon footprint. She is a very docile animal. Her milk is higher in cream or butter fat, and we really appreciate that about her. We spend a lot of time caring for our animals. We are primarily grass-fed. That's what works best for us. What we've found with our customer base is that they actually like that it's real. They like that they see the seasonality of the product. Sometimes I have to stop and look at how far I came, how much we've learned. I get to work with my best friend and my sister. We can be proud and thankful that we get to do this together. And that's part of the legacy that I hope that we get to leave. Knowing that what Beth, Audie, and I are doing here, it matters, it makes a difference. I know that it means a lot to my mom and dad that I'm here today. You only have one set of parents. My dad worked his whole life to make this place be in a financial position that we could build this creamery. There's definitely a responsibility there, probably because I am the oldest. But coming back was my choice, and I got to come back and, be a part of the story now. It's humbling. Even as a kid, I always thought about that. I don't know what it is about me. I just was aware that life is short, and we don't have a lot of time, whether I live to be 80 or today is my last day. I know that I can do my best to love people well. And we still love cheese. We're not sick of it yet.